let's change the time signature. So all you're doing here is taking something that's in 4/4 and putting it in 3/4, or something that's in 3/4 and putting it in 4/4. It does necessitate manipulating the rhythms a little bit. Usually, if you can get part of the melody to sound in a different time signature, your brain will switch and you'll be able to put the whole song in the other time signature without a whole lot of trouble. At least that's been my experience. Famous last words. So let's look at a couple of examples. There is, and this is great because it just makes people think about it differently. Here's how firm a foundation. It is normally in 4/4, but you notice in that first line we have half note, quarter, quarter, half note, quarter, quarter. So if instead I just play those as 3/4 notes, my brain will switch into 3/4, and I will automatically, like magic, at least for me, it might not be magic for you, I don't know. Like magic, I will just kind of make the melody fit in to the rest. So I will go from the end of one verse of this, number 85, How Firm a Foundation, into the beginning of the next verse, and I will change from 4/4 to 3/4. And you might put the eighth notes in a different spot than I am, that's fine. To think a little bit. There we go. And obviously I'm changing the rhythms a little bit there. Another one that I like that I pulled out that might be a good candidate for this. Again, I haven't necessarily played these before, so this is going to be interesting sometimes. 196, this is in 3/4, but I could envision this one working very well in 4/4, and it would probably bring it to more contemplative if we've been in 3/4 for a couple of verses already, to suddenly switch into what feels a little bit slower. Whereas in the last one, it felt like we were going faster on How Firm a Foundation right at the beginning, like, oh, we're truncating those rhythms. And there are official words, but we won't go into that. Okay, 196. Here we go. Jesus Wants a Humble Birth. I'll start in 3/4 at the very tail end, and then I will go into 4/4 for the beginning of the next verse. Two ways of handling that rhythm if I'm changing. One is to do 2 half notes instead of a half note and a quarter note. The other is this, dotted half note with a quarter note. And as I play this one, I'm not sure I like this one in 4/4. But I know there are others in 3/4. In fact, on the other page right next to it is How Great the Wisdom and the Love. This one might work better. Here it is in 3/4. Oops. Last phrase. Yeah, I like this one better in 4/4 than I did Jesus Wants a Humble Birth. So I might decide against it on one and then use it on the other. That's totally fine. Use it when it's effective. Don't overuse it, because then they'll be like, oh, they're always doing that weird thing. But sometimes it can be very, very effective.